Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Bedtime with Tomi. This evening we will be reading chapter 25, Clara's point of view. Later that afternoon, the sun dipped low on the horizon, casting a warm golden hue across the cool gray stones of a castle with a formidable, thick walls and towering turrets. David, where are we? Clara placed her hand on the car window, captivated by the view. She'd seen photos of castles before, but this was beyond what she'd imagined, a scene straight out of a fairy tale. It's Windsor Castle, David said, leaning forward and pointing to the nearest tower. It's the world's largest castle, a blend of Gothic, Norman, and Victorian architecture, but also where Mum was born. It's stunning, Clara murmured, her eyes fixated on the towers that seemed to touch the sky. I'm glad you approve. I would have brought you here earlier, but I wanted to wait until it was closed to the public. As the car pulled to a stop, Clara gasped again. An elegant horse-drawn carriage awaited them, its polished ebony gleaming in the soft light. A pair of white horses stomped their hoofs impatiently against the gravel. David? Her voice was breathless. You've already given me a tour of Mayfair and treated me to high tea at Fortnum and Mason. Now you're taking me on a carriage ride? It's the best way to see the grounds with the limited amount of daylight we have left. We'll do a full tour of the interior sometime soon. Michael opened the back door. David exited first. As Clara scooted to the edge of the seat, prepared to slide out onto her good foot, he said, Let's make this easier on everyone. He carried her over to the waiting carriage. Rubbing her arms around his neck and resting her head on his chest, she sighed in contentment. She heard the soft sound of his heart beating through the light fabric of his dress shirt. What am I going to do when I have to hobble around LA without you? Shh, no talk of leaving me yet. Tonight is about us and living in the moment. Let your prince take care of you. Her heart fluttered. A warm, fuzzy, tingling sensation filled her body. After they settled in the plush, velvet seats, David signaled to the coachman and the carriage moved forward. The rhythmic clip-clap of the horses' hoofs on the cobblestones created a soothing rhythm, as if nature itself were serenading them. Clara's eyes sparkled with wonder as she took in the picturesque surroundings of the castle grounds. It's almost like we've stepped into a private forest. There's so many trees. That's the one thing I love so much about this place. It's an escape from the outside world. After my parents' divorce, I'd spend hours playing in the woods, riding, and pretending I was a knight. Uncle Reg even had a treehouse built for me near Frogmore Cottage. Your uncle sounds like a very kind and caring man. He is, David affirmed. His voice softened. He's also been like a father to me. It's one of the reasons why Eddie and I are as close as we are. As the carriage continued its leisurely pace through the park, David and Clara engaged in a quiet, intimate conversation. Clara, he began, his eyes searching hers, there's something I've been wanting to discuss with you. She sensed the seriousness in his tone and turned her full attention to him. You can tell me anything, David. What's on your mind? He took a deep breath, his gaze never leaving hers. I've treasured every moment we've spent together over the last week and a half. I think about you constantly. You're even in my dreams. I can't help but feel a deep connection between us. The weight of his words settled in. David, I feel the same way. I know that what we have is new, but you've become so important to me. A hint of relief washed over David's face as he continued. Then you're open to considering exploring our connections further and seeing where the road takes us? Yes, she nodded emphatically. Their fingers brushed against one another's, a silent affirmation of their feelings. But David's brows furrowed with this touch of concern. There's one thing I want to make sure that you understand. Being a royal comes with certain expectations. I don't have the luxury of having a private life. Once the world finds out we're together, you'll be hounded by the press. I'll do everything in my power to protect you, but there are limits to what I'm capable of. Clara's response was filled with unwavering resolve. David, I understand where you're coming from. Yes, it scares me, but I feel like I'm better prepared than you might think. Being a ballerina, I've trained my entire life to have thick skin. Every simple thing I do in the studio and on stage is scrutinized. She squeezed his hand. Taking a chance on a relationship with you is worth any challenge that may come our way, as long as you can promise me that we'll face them together. I'm adding courageous to the list of qualities I admire about you. Their foreheads touched, their noses nuzzled, and and against the soft backdrop of the setting sun, they kissed. Their connection had deepened, and their newfound understanding was blooming into something deeper. I just hope we'll have some time together before we're tested. Later that night. Had her foot been healed, Clara might have danced around a room, singing to the music of the Spice Girls. She relived the highlights in her mind. Savile Row kissing David, the carriage ride, and more kissing. Her heart felt so full. She lay on the giant four-poster bed and called Amanda. See, about time. I was wondering if you'd forgotten you had a bestie. Amanda joked over the phone. Can you video chat, or are you busy? Clara scratched her head. Wait, where are you right now? Yes, no, and the Pax Skyways Business Lounge at LAX. Business lounge? I didn't know employees were allowed in there. Amanda laughed. Flight attendants aren't, but pilots are. My dad's traveling through LAX, so I asked him to sneak me in. You know me. Why pay airport prices for food when I can just use Dad's connections? Is your dad still there? I'd love to say hi to him. No, he's already on his way home to Seattle. Clara hit the green button on her screen. A moment later, Amanda's face appeared. Her best friend had green eyes, freckles, and a lion's mane of red hair. Amanda would make the perfect Princess Merit if she ever wanted to work at a Disney park. Oh, somebody is beaming like they just won a lifetime supply of point shoes. Spill. Is it the Amanda glanced nervously around her and scooted into a private corner. David? Clara sighed. Yes. She took a moment, searching for the right words to express her feelings. We spent practically every day together since I've been here. I have no idea how he's managed to still get his work done. She brought Amanda up to speed on everything that had happened. Amanda held the camera close to her face. I never thought I'd see the day you would rather spend time with a man than be in the studio. The last time you were injured, you spent so much time doing yoga, Pilates, and forcing yourself to watch your company rehearse because you were afraid you'd miss out. I know, I never thought I'd say this, but ballet has just taken a back seat to David. Amanda fist pumped. Yes, my bestie is finally growing up. When I meet your man, I'm so teaching him our secret handshake. Clara took a deep breath, her heart racing. I'm worried though. It's all moving so fast. I've never felt this way before about anyone. How do I know if what we have is real? See, love doesn't follow a timeline. Amanda's voice held a reassuring note. It can happen quickly and it can be intense. Trust your feelings and your instincts. They're always right. What does your heart tell you? Clara's voice trembled. My heart tells me David is one of those people that I was supposed to meet. That our meeting wasn't by chance. And she slid lower into the bed. And then I'm worrying about the hypotheticals. I just need to go with the flow and let things happen. You said it. Amanda readjusted her phone and rested her arms on the table. It's okay to have doubts, see. Love is a leap of faith, and it's natural to feel scared sometimes. What matters is how you and David communicate and support each other. If it's meant to be, you'll find a way. Clara felt comforted by her words. Thanks, A. I needed to talk this out with you. You're my person. You know me better than I know me. Just remember to breathe and take one step at a time. You don't have to have all the answers right now. Just follow your heart. I believe in you, and I believe in love. Amanda's head disappeared out of the frame for a moment. Oh, they're bringing out fresh egg rolls and chow mein. Please tell me you're not going to fill a Tupperware with Chinese food for the plane, Clara groaned. Okay, I won't. Amanda, I can't believe you. What? Lounge food's 10 times better than what I'm going to be eating in economy. I deserve something yummy. Did I mention I'm sitting in the last row of the plane next to the lavatories? Amanda shuddered. It's going to be a long 11 hours. Fine. I guess you deserve it, Clara laughed. Have a safe flight, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye, lady. Clara disconnected the call. Only after did she realize she'd forgotten to ask Amanda where she's flying to this time. I bet it's somewhere in Iceland or Norway. She was talking about seeing the Northern Lights last month. I wonder if David has seen them. As her mind drifted to the thoughts of snuggling under David's arm, sipping on a hot chocolate while watching the aurora borealis, she fell into a deep sleep. So that was the end of Clara's chapter. and I just wanted to mention that Amanda was such a fun character to write. Originally, she wasn't going to have her own book, but then I had so much fun with her that she had to. She and Eddie absolutely had to have their story told. And the part about slipping into the lounge, that's true as well. At one point in my life, I worked for an airline, and the stories you wouldn't believe. It is true that pilots are the only ones that are allowed in airport lounges. Flight attendants are not. And when they're in there, they are supposed to be incognito, not in their uniform, or at least covered up so they're not identified. So the story about the Tupperware, it's true too. So if you'd like more stories like that, let me know. Drop it down in the comments below, and maybe I'll do a video on that. In the meantime, you know what to do, and I'll see you guys next time.